Hi friends, and welcome back to a new 2021 bullet journal setup. We're starting up in a completely new bullet journal for the year 2021, and of course I'm going to be using an Archer and Olive notebook because I have 10 million in my closet that I need to use. So, yeah. First, we're going to start on the first page, of course, and I'm just going to write my name in. I had previously started using this notebook for something else, but it turns out I didn't want to use it for that anymore, so I used an acrylograph white pen to white out what I had written previously, and then I just went over it in my name with a Tombow twin tone marker. And I always skip that first page after that because they're just stuck in a way that is like completely unusable. So the first setup is going to be the dot grid guide, the spacing guide, line space. Oh my god, my brain. Grid spacing guide. Which essentially is a giant guide that helps me to measure out specifically like the page in quarters, thirds, and half, so that when I am making spreads, it's a lot easier to reference this page than to have to calculate it every single time I want to create a spread for my bullet journal. So I lost the footage for the part where I filled out the whole space, the grid spacing guide. So, bam, it's done. Now on to the next side. We're going to be writing 2021 in big, bold numbers. I wanted to do kind of like a typewriter style font for these numbers, but I don't know if this really emulates the typewriter style, but I liked it all the same, so I drew it in pencil first and then drew it in ink, which took a bit of time. I'm not the greatest at keeping things like evenly spaced so that it looks all right. So, yeah. Oh, and I'm also currently using what are these? The Sakura Pigma Micron pens. I will list all of them down below because I do use a bunch of different nib sizes to fill out my bullet journal. And then I go in with a Fudnowski brush pen to fill in the numbers. Partway through, I decide to switch to my Micron just to see if it would work better, but joke's on me because it didn't. So I switched back to the Fudnowski pen and filled in the rest of those numbers. Now moving on to the future log. Originally I had planned to start my future log with February and go all the way until January of the next year because we're already going to be planning January coming up, and then that way when I plan December, at least I can write down important dates for the next month ahead. But then I saw Journal Away do her monthly review of her social media underneath her future log, and I decided that I wanted to do that as well, so we are going to start with January in the first month. Let me tell you guys, writing out these tiny calendars over and over and over again gives you mad hand cramps. So after I did this and filmed it, I decided to create little calendar stickers because I don't know about you guys, but it sure is a lot easier to just stick a sticker in your notebook rather than write out 12 of these. And I had to do 24 because I have another spread coming up that I do all these little calendars on as well. So you guys can check out my Etsy shop. By the time this video comes up, I will have it up in the shop and with a Sunday start date as well as a Monday start date. But yeah, I have them in a bigger size and a smaller size that will fit into your bullet journal, the exact same size as the ones in mine right now. So anyways, moving on, I used a peach toned brush marker, which I can't remember what it's from, to highlight just the top half of the Sunday Monday heading. And then I go in with the Tombow twin tone colors in these really light pastel colors to write the days of the month. And then we're just going to use a Sigma Micron to separate the calendar with the important dates that I'll be writing down later on. I decided to do one of those double line separators, so a thick line and then a thin line, because I actually really like the way it looks. Then we're going to be separating the bottom third of the pages to do the monthly review that I spoke about earlier. So I'm just writing in monthly review, and then on the sides I'm going to be drawing in little icons for 3 things. 1 being YouTube, 2 being Instagram, and 3 being a shopping bag for my Etsy shop. So the idea to this is that at the end of each month I can write down a monthly review just to see how each of them is doing. So it could be subscribers or views for YouTube, followers for Instagram, and how many sales I've made in that month, which I really enjoy. I really like that idea for tracking for Etsy. And of course, moving on to the other page, which is another repeat of the future log, and I didn't want to make you go through that again, so here it is. I tried doing the snapping thing and it just didn't work. Check out the bloopers at the end. Next, we're going on to our goals and budget page. These are 2 really, really simple spreads for me. I wanted it to be clean and just simple looking, so I split my goals into my business. So anything Ali C Studio related, so YouTube, Instagram, Etsy. And then I also have a personal section for my personal life, of course. And then for the budget, I filled out later on, but I have an incoming and an outgoing, essentially. Although there isn't really much incoming, so... Next, we're going to be doing a headache log. This is new for me, but I've noticed that recently I've been getting a lot of headaches, and I wanted to keep track of that just to see if I could figure out what was playing a part in my headaches. So I decided to do a date, the chart, is going to have the date, whether it's a headache or a migraine, the temperature it is outside, the pressure, the air pressure that it is, the conditions, so sunny, cloudy, rainy, whatnot, and as well as how many hours of sleep I got that night. And hopefully this will help me better track what's going on. Now on the left side of this spread, I'm doing all the months once again in little calendars. Just to so what happens is once I get a headache, I'll write down in the chart, and then I'll circle on the calendar side the date that corresponds with it, so I can see how often in a month or a week or whatever I get a headache. So like I mentioned before, I will have the little calendars up in my shop for bullet journals. They are pretty small, I have to say, but they are really cute, and actually I really like them, and it will make your life a hell of a lot easier to stick them on. I think I currently will have them in a clear matte, a craft, and a matte white matte paper. Then I'm going to be using a gray mild liner and just highlighting the months at the top. And then it's the second page of the headache log, which I didn't fill out. And then next is the yearly review, which I plan to just have a kind of like either print out some a photo per month and just paste them on in little squares, just so I could look at what was going on, and then at the end of the year it would be like a cute little collage of everything that happened in each month. So yeah, and that's everything. So we're going to be moving on to the flip through. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. It is a short video only because I didn't want to bore you by letting you watch me write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all the way through all those calendars. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you can take some ideas off of this if you need to create your own 2021 bullet journal spreads. And I know this is coming out a little late, but at least it's out. Next up, January. Well, I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching, and take care. Bye.